History Inside a Nutshell, the show where we sail into our port of call discussing maritime history. This video has been uploaded last minute because a fascinating discovery has taken place, and it is not just an ordinary shipwreck. It is a submarine shipwreck that has been discovered in the Argentinian Sea. With this discovery, I decided to upload a video about it, but knowing he is into submarines as well as dedicating his true passion by narrating a few videos on the channel, I want to give a huge big thank you to my friend DK for narrating this video, despite being last minute. And without further ado, I will leave you in the capable hands of DK narrating the story of this particular submarine.
HMS Triumph, the submarine of the Aegean Sea. On the 14th of June 2023, Greek researchers led by Kostas Thoktaridis discovered a submarine in the Aegean Sea at a depth of 203 meters. This submarine currently rests on the seabed with an 8-degree starboard tilt, her steel hull almost intact and her hatches that were sealed shut. This submarine is the HMS Triumph, a T-class submarine which sank during the Second World War in mysterious circumstances. What was tragic about the HMS Triumph was the enormous loss of life which affected loved ones whose bodies were never recovered. But what is her story? The HMS Triumph, N-18, was a T-class submarine that was built for the British Royal Navy. She was a member of the 2nd Submarine Flotilla, a type of submarine that was part of a large fleet of that kind. The design of the HMS Triumph was also referred to as the Portsmouth Submarine Flotilla, named after one of the 3 bases where the Royal Navy is located. In her short career, she served in the United Kingdom, Greece, and Egypt in a time known as the Darkest Hour. Upon her construction, the world was alarmed about the events occurring in Germany. Before 1938, the Chancellor of Germany and leader of the Nazi Party, Adolf Hitler, was achieving power and had already invaded or was planning to invade countries in Europe. He was causing war crimes, controlling the lives of, and executing groups of people like the Jews, homosexuals, and Jehovah's Witnesses. Following his invasion of Poland in September of 1939, it is an estimated 2,500 men were serving in the Royal Navy, and they all served in 70 Royal Navy subs. By the end, around 150 men would survive, and 80% of the men would lose their lives. And the crew of the Triumph would be one of those casualties. The HMS Triumph was laid down by Vickers at Barrow in Furness and was launched in 1938. There is no record of what happened following her launch, but 1 week before the outbreak of the Second World War, the flotilla deployed to its war bases at Dundee, Scotland, and Blyth, England. As well as being used for naval operations, the Triumph was also used for covert operations like landing agents in German-occupied areas. These landing agents were likely working for the Special Operation Executive, which was a secret British World War II organization. The purpose of the SOE landing agents was to conduct espionage, sabotage, and reconnaissance in occupied Europe against the Axis power to aid local resistant movements. On the 26th of December 1939, the HMS Triumph hit a German mine in the North Sea. From the collision, 5.5 meters of her bow was blown off and her pressure hull was damaged. Luckily, her torpedoes did not detonate. Under the protection of fighter aircraft and destroyers, the submarine returned home and stayed to be repaired at Chatham Dockyard until 27th of December 1940. In early 1941, after she was repaired, the Triumph began her operation in the Mediterranean, where she sank 5 Italian merchants, 4 auxiliary patrol vessels, Italian tankers, Dante de Ludi, an Italian tug, and 2 merchant ships. In Egypt and in June, she sank the Italian submarine Salpa. Because of the bravery they have shown during this time, the crew was given 36 medals for their contribution to the war effort. In December, the HMS Triumph was scheduled to sail from her base in Egypt and return to Britain for the Christmas holidays. Her crew even brought presents for their loved ones into their quarters. However, at the last minute, the crew learned that another submarine suffered a technical problem. Because of this, the crew had to make one more mission in Greece, where agents landed at Antiparos. However, on the 9th of January 1942, she failed to pick up more agents and was declared missing at sea. No one knows what was the fate of the HMS Triumph, but it is believed by Costas Thachtardis that she sank due to a powerful explosion in the fore section. And although the reason for the explosion was unclear, she may have struck a mine underneath the water, either at a depth of or a little higher than 203 meters. Once it was struck, the crew had no time to escape. Even through the closed hatches, it was impossible. Tragically, all of her 64 crew members were lost. When the news broke, King George VI even sent letters of condolences to the families of the crew members. There are no answers to explain what happened, and therefore there is no closure to the sinking. Now that she has been discovered, it is possible to answer some of the questions. Whether there will be a full closure, we may never know. This video is dedicated to all the crew members who lost their lives on this terrible day. May they rest in peace.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe for future videos. Until next time, this has been History Inside a Nutshell, departing from the docks. Thank you so much for all of your support and enjoy the rest of your voyage.